This video is about he wanted to mock her, but his pack wanted him dead instead. If the story captivates you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. Asterisk, he wanted to mock her, but his pack wanted him dead instead. Asterisk. The moon hung low over the dense forest, casting a silvery light on the towering pines that swayed gently in the night breeze. A chorus of howls echoed in the distance, a sound that both thrilled and terrified those who roamed the woods. Here lay the territory of the Blackthorn pack, where strength and dominance dictated the law of the land. Chaos, the pack's alpha, stood at the highest point of the ridge, his heart pounding in rhythm with the pulsing moonlight. His gaze drifted to the valley below, where fireflies danced like stars caught in the grasp of the earth. Yet even as he admired the beauty, a storm brewed within him. Chaos, we need to talk. A voice broke through his thoughts, sharp like a dagger. It was Lucan, his second in command, stepping forward with a frown etched across his rugged face. The pack is restless. Chaos's jaw tightened. Restless over what? Lucan crossed his arms, his brows knitting together. You know how they feel about the Elder's decree. They want you to choose a mate from within the pack, not her. Chaos could feel the blood drain from his face. You mean Alara, he whispered, a name that trembled on his lips like a forbidden spell. She asked not just a choice, she asked my mate. Your mate? Lucan scoffed. You can be serious, she is an outsider, and her presence endangers our hierarchy. The elders will not permit it. If you pursue this, they want to just shun you, they'll hunt you. The weight of those words pressed heavily upon him. And you would let them? Chaos challenged, a spark of defiance igniting in his chest. You did betray your alpha. I did do what is right for the pack, Lucan replied, his voice steady but filled with a hint of regret. You need to think this through. We have traditions. Legacy is not just about you. Chaos turned away, grappling with the swell of emotions threatening to break free. Memories of Alara flooded his mind, her laughter mingling with the rustle of leaves, the way her emerald eyes sparkled under the moonlight. She didn't belong to this world of wolf politics. She was an ethereal force that had awakened something primal within him. They don't understand her, Chaos murmured, more to himself than to Lucan. They see an outsider, but I see my mate. She has everything I've ever wanted. Lucan's expression softened, but determination flared in his eyes. Chaos, this isn't just about love. The pack will not accept her. You will be risking everything, your title, your life. Then let them come, Chaos replied fiercely, a growl escaping his throat involuntarily. They'll have to kill me first. Lucan flinched, his expression shifting to concern. If they find out about her, they will. You know how they are. They will see it as a threat. We can't afford to show weakness. Is that what this is to them? Weakness? Chaos's heart raced, anger swelling in his chest. A love that defies tradition? Lucan remained silent, his eyes searching Chaos for clarity. Love is one thing, but the position of alpha demands sacrifice. You have a duty to your pack. Suddenly, a sharp howl echoed from the depths of the forest, sending a shiver down Chaos's spine. It was a summons, a call to the pack. We need to go, Lucan urged, his voice urgent. They're regathering. If they discover you've been with her. I want to hide her, Chaos interrupted, feeling the fire inside him blaze hotter. I want to turn my back on the one I love. With that, he stepped off the ridge, leaving Lucan behind as he raced through the trees, the thrill of the chase igniting his senses. The scent of pine and damp earth filled him, yet there was another fragrance that called to him, intoxicating and pure. Alara. As the moon climbed higher, the clearing came into view, illuminated by the flickering flames of a bonfire. The members of the Blackthorn pack stood gathered, faces somber and tense, eyes flickering between the flames and the alpha who had just arrived. Chaos, an elder growled as he stepped forward, silver hair glinting with the fire's light. You've kept us waiting. We need to discuss your intentions. The weight of their stares felt like a shroud around him. I know why you were here, Chaos replied, his voice steady despite the turmoil in his heart. And I will not be swayed. Not swayed? The elder's voice rose, filled with disbelief. You stand on the brink of disaster, and you dare defy our will. You risk not only your life, but the very stability of our pack. I risk nothing, Chaos snapped, his wolf roaring inside him. My only risk is losing my mate. A murmur broke out among the pack, eyes widening with shock. Lucan stepped forward, a hand raised in caution. Alpha, please, think of the consequences. But Chaos's gaze remained fixed on the elder, unyielding. Think of the love that binds us. You would have me choose loyalty to our tradition over the bond the moon has woven into my very soul. Love? You speak of love, yet do you recognize the threat she poses? The elder's voice dripped with disdain. Her presence disrupts the balance we fought so hard to maintain. Then let me defend at balance, Caius said, heart pounding with defiance. You think you can dictate my life? You think love is a threat? You are blinded by this obsession, and another pack member shouted, anger flaring amongst the crowd. You think she loves you? She is using you. Enough. Caius roared, the alpha within him surging forth. I will not listen to this treachery born from fear. If you wish to challenge my right to love, then come forth. The fire crackled as silence fell over the gathered wolves. Caius could feel the weight of their judgment pressing down, their distress palpable. But amidst it all, he felt the flicker of hope, the chance that he could claim his destiny, if only the fates would allow it. Meanwhile, in the heart of the forest, Alara waited, her heart racing with trepidation. She felt the connection to Caius deep in her soul, a bond that pulsed like a heartbeat, drawing her closer to him. Yet fear gnawed at her heart. Am I really worth it? She whispered to herself, staring at the silver moon. The wind rustled through the leaves, and her thoughts spiraled. She knew the dangers of their love, the way the pack resented her mere existence. Yet she couldn't shake the feeling that she was meant to be with him, that their souls were intertwined by fate. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows, Caius, breathless and wild, his eyes blazing with an intensity that made her heart skip. Caius, Alara exclaimed, rushing toward him. I felt you. I was so afraid. He silenced her with a fierce embrace, his warmth flooding her senses. Don't you see, Alara, I can't let them take you away from me. Caius, your packer. Damn the pack, he interrupted, holding her face in his hands. You are my mate. I refuse to lose you to their hatred. But what if they try to hurt you? What if they come after you? Her voice trembled, fear creeping in like a shadow. Then let them come, Caius declared, his voice filled with determination. No one will take you from me, not even death itself. As they stood there, enveloped in the glow of the moon, the world around them faded. The battles ahead loomed large, but in each other they found the strength to fight. In that moment, they were not just a wolf and an outsider, they were destined lovers, bound by an unbreakable force. Yet, deep down, both knew the storm was just beginning. The pack would not stand idly by, and the elders' wrath would be swift and unforgiving. But together, they would confront whatever darkness awaited, their hearts entwined, a beacon of hope against the encroaching shadows. And as Caius leaned down to capture her lips with his, the moon bore witness to a love that would either unite or utterly destroy them both. As dawn broke over the black-thorn pack's territory, a shimmering veil descended upon the forest. The sun kissed the treetops, painting them gold, but darkness loomed in Caius' heart heavier than the night before. Caius. Lucan's voice cut through the tranquility, urgent and sharp. He found Caius by the riverbank, lost in thought, the cool water glistening around him. We need to talk. Caius turned, frustration bubbling within him. About what? The elders, the pack's disdain, or the love I refuse to hide? It is not about hiding, it is about survival. Lucan's jaw clenched. They are restless, and if you keep pushing them, you'll lose everything. You are putting Alara in danger. Danger? Caius scoffed, his voice rising. What about the danger of living a lie? I want to turn my back on her. You know she is my maid. My wolf chooses her. Lucan stepped closer, lowering his voice. Then you must be careful. The council is planning a gathering tonight. They'll address your insubordination. If you confront them again, blood will spill. Caius felt a wave of heat wash over him. Let them come for me. I want to cower in the shadows. Think of Alara. Lucan pleaded, desperation coloring his tone. What if they decide to make an example out of her? You can't let your feelings blind you to the consequences. The thought of Alara's safety sent a cold shiver down Caius' spine. You think I don't know that? Every moment I am with her, I feel the weight of their judgment, but I can't let fear dictate my heart. Lucan ran a hand through his hair. You have to tread carefully, Caius, that way of life is at stake. If they sense weakness, they'll attack without mercy. Caius' frustration boiled over, and he snapped. So I should just give up on love, let them dictate who I can and cannot care for. I want to be a puppet for the elders. Caius. Enough, he roared, the ground rumbling beneath him as his wolf surged to the surface. I am done hiding. I care for Alara, and I will fight for her. Leaving Lucan behind, Caius stormed through the trees, each step fueled by a mix of anger and resolve. The forest felt alive, branches whispering secrets that only he could hear. Alara was nestled among the wildflowers, her hair tousled by the morning breeze. As he approached, her face lit up, but the concern in her eyes struck him like a blade. Caius, what is wrong? She asked, standing to face him, her delicate form framed by the vibrant blooms. Everything, he confessed, is heart-aching as he held her gaze. The pack is restless. They want me to abandon you, choose a mate from within our ranks. Alara's expression faltered. But you want tea, right? You can tea. I want tea, let them take you from me. Alara, Chaos interrupted, stepping closer. You are my mate, and no one can change that truth, but the risk. It is greater than I anticipated. What do we do? She whispered, fear pooling in her eyes. I can bear the thought of them coming after you. We stand together, Chaos vowed, his fingers brushing against her cheek. I refuse to let hatred dictate our love. We will face whatever comes, side by side. But I am an outsider. I don't belong. You belong with me, he declared fiercely, pulling her into a tight embrace. In my heart, in my soul, you are everything. Her breath hitched, and he could feel the tremors of her uncertainty. And what if it costs you everything? Your title, your life? Chaos pulled back, cupping her face. Then I'll fight for you, for us. I would rather die standing than live a life without you. As the sun climbed higher, it illuminated their entwined fingers, igniting a fire within Alara that she thought had long been extinguished. Together, then, she murmured, her voice steadying. Together, he echoed, sealing their promise with a kiss that tasted like hope and defiance. The sun began to dip toward the horizon, casting long shadows as Chaos and Alara stood at the edge of the clearing where the pack had gathered. Tension crackled in the air, a tempest waiting to be unleashed. Lucan stood at the forefront, his expression grim. Chaos, don't do this, you re-provoking them. They need to understand that love is not weakness, Chaos replied heatedly, his wolf clawing at the surface. I want to let them dictate my heart. As he stepped into the light, the murmurs of the crowd quieted. The elders glared down from the perch, their disdain palpable. Chaos, the elder growled, his voice cutting like ice. You have brought shame to this pack with your defiance. You will not challenge our traditions. I will not abandon my mate. Chaos shouted, his voice echoing through the clearing. Alara is my chosen. I refuse to let you turn love into a weapon against me. A ripple of shock coursed through the crowd, but Chaos's resolve remained unshaken. He could feel Alara's presence behind him, a tether of strength anchoring him as he faced the storm. She is an outsider, another elder hissed, venom lurking beneath his words. You risk the safety of our pack, you must choose her or us. Then I choose her. Chaos's words ran out like a battle cry. You think you can dictate my heart? I'm the alpha, and I will not be swayed by fear or tradition. Gasps erupted from the pack, and Lucan stepped forward, desperation clouding his features. Chaos, please think of the consequences. But Chaos's heart thundered with a primal force. If you think I will care before this assembly, you don't know me. Love is worth fighting for. I will not allow you to tarnish the name of this pack, the elder bellowed, fury igniting in his eyes. You will challenge us, and you will lose. Let them come, Chaos declared, his wolf rising to the surface. I will not back down. As the weight of their defiance settled, Alara stepped forward, her voice trembling yet strong. If you want to challenge our love, then challenge me too. The shock that followed her declaration was palpable. Chaos's heart swelled with pride, but also fear. Alara, no. I will not let you fight this battle alone, she insisted, her gaze fierce. If they want to tear us apart, they will have to face both of us. The elders looked at one another as silence enveloped the gathering. You are foolish, girl, one elder snarled. You know nothing of our ways. Then teach me, Alara replied, her resolve unwavering. I am willing to learn, but I will not stand down. Our love is worth fighting for. The tension thickened, crackling like electricity in the air. Chaos felt the surge of admiration for her courage. Very well, the elder finally conceded, a dangerous glint in his eye. If you wish to stand as one, then we will embrace this challenge and determine your fate. As the sun dipped below the horizon, darkness enveloped the clearing, and the stakes had never been higher. Together, Chaos and Alara stood defiant against the storm. They knew love would be their greatest weapon, but the battle ahead would challenge everything they held dear. As they faced the pack, the moon began to rise, illuminating their entwined hands a symbol of their unity. Love had become their shield, and as the first howl of the night pierced the silence, they both braced for the tempest that awaited them. The night deepened, its velvet shadows wrapping around the clearing as the moon shone brightly, illuminating the tense faces of the assembled pack. Chaos stood tall, his heart racing with a mix of defiance and trepidation, while Alara stood beside him, clutching his hand tightly. Then we accept your challenge, Chaos declared, the force of his conviction electrifying the air. We will prove that our love is stronger than your traditions. The elder's lips twisted into a cruel smile. Very well, you shall face the trials of the blood moon. Succeed, and you may keep your bond. Fail, and you will both be cast out, stripped of any ties to the pack. Case's heart clenched. He could feel Alara's anxiety radiating through their joined hands. What are these trials? He demanded, his voice steady despite the storm brewing in his chest. The trials are not for the faint-hearted, the elder replied, his gaze piercing. You will face the Whispering Woods, a place where illusions distort reality. Then, you will confront the Heartstone, the source of our Pack's power. Only those true of heart can harness its strength. Alara's grip tightened around his fingers, her eyes wide with fear. Case, do you think we be truly strong enough for this? Her uncertainty tugged at him like a physical weight. We are stronger together than apart. I believe in us, Alara. We will face whatever trials come our way. He leaned closer, brushing his lips against her forehead softly. I will protect you, always. The elder sneered, then prepare for the first trial at dawn. If you fail, there will be no second chance. As the pack dispersed, Case turned to Alara, the weight of what lay ahead settling heavily on his shoulders. I want to let you down, he said, his voice low and fierce. Alara's emerald eyes glimmered with unshed tears. What if they were right? What if I am not worthy of this life? I am just an outsider. No, he said firmly, cupping her face. You are my mate, and that makes you worthy of everything. You belong with me here in our pack. But they're traditions. Tradition is only as strong as the bonds that hold it together, he interrupted, his frustration boiling beneath the surface. We can rewrite the rules, Alara. We have to believe that. The weight of his words hung between them, a fragile promise forged in love and desperation. As dawn approached, a chill swept through the forest, whispering secrets of what was to come. The world felt both impossibly vast and frightfully small, and as he led her deeper into the woods, his heart echoed with a solitary truth: he would fight for her. The first rays of sunlight pierced through the canopy, casting fractured light across the forest floor. Case and Alara stood at the edge of the Whispering Woods, a place shrouded in ancient myths of lost souls and distorted realities. Case, are you sure about this? Alara's voice trembled, glancing into the dark shadows that seemed to breathe around them. Case squeezed her hand reassuringly. We will face it together. Trust in our bond. It will guide us. With a deep breath, they stepped into the heart of the woods. The air shifted dramatically, a thick fog swelling around them, and the whispers began an eerie cacophony of voices that seemed to echo their deepest fears and regrets. What is this? Alara gasped, her voice barely a whisper. It's the woods, he replied, straining to hear above the clamor. They seek to pull us apart to make us doubt ourselves. Suddenly, spectral images flickered in front of them, visions of their lives apart. Alara saw herself in a world without Case, wandering in loneliness, while he witnessed a life where he had chosen the pack over her, her face fading from his memory. No, he shouted, determination surging through him. This isn't real. Case, it hurts, Alara cried, clutching her head as the illusion swirled more violently around them. I can teeth. He pulled her close, wrapping his arms around her. It is a lie. Focus on your heart, on our love. Remember every moment we've shared. Images of their laughter, the warmth of shared sunsets, and the quiet moments of understanding flooded their minds. With each memory, the whispers began to fade, replaced by a powerful connection that pulsed between them. Yesa, Alara exclaimed, drawing strength from their bond. I remember. With a final push against the disorienting force of the woods, they emerged on the other side, breathless but unscathed. We did it, she gasped, relief flooding through her. Case pulled her into a fierce embrace, their hearts racing in unison. We were stronger than any illusion, he said, his voice thick with emotion. Whatever comes next, we'll face it together. But as they turned to leave the Whispering Woods, a shadow fell over them. Lucan emerged from the trees, his face a mask of desperation. Case, you shouldn't be here. They want to... Lucan? Case interrupted, his heart pounding. You came? I didn't agree with their ways, but I couldn't let them drive you both to madness, Lucan said, his voice laced with urgency. The elders are planning something worse than the trials. They will stop at nothing to eliminate you. What do you mean? Alara asked, her voice trembling. Lucan's eyes flickered with fear. There are whispers of a betrayal within the pack. They may not just want to expel you, some wish to see Case dead. Case's blood ran cold. They wouldn't dare. They will if they believe it will protect their traditions, Lucan responded, urgency etched on his brow. You need to be careful. There are wolves among us who will take matters into their own hands. Alara stepped forward, her voice steady. Then let us face them together. If they think they can tear us apart through fear, they were mistaken. Lucan met her gaze, and for a moment a flicker of admiration crossed his features. "You are braver than most," he said quietly. "But bravery alone may not be enough. We'll find a way," Caius promised, the fire of determination igniting within him. "If they wish to challenge our love, we'll stand united. They will not win." As they prepared for the next trial, the weight of betrayal loomed over them like a storm cloud. The Heartstone awaited them, an artifact of power, a beacon for their love. Though darkness threatened to engulf them, they held on to one another, their shared destiny stronger than the shadows. At the Heartstone's sacred altar, they found the glowing crystal pulsing with an otherworldly light. Caius breathed deeply, feeling its ancient power resonate within him. "This is it," he said, gazing into Lara's eyes. "It will test our love, our bond." "Are we ready?" she asked, her voice wavering slightly. "We've already proven our strength," he replied, determination flooding his veins. "We will fight for what is ours." As they approached the Heartstone, it flared to life, casting a brilliant light that enveloped them. But then the shadows returned, swirling violently, twisting into figures from the pack, their faces twisted in anger. "You dare to defy us," one elder spat, stepping forward, eyes blazing with fury. "You think love will shield you from our wrath?" Alara stood tall beside Caius, her heart racing. "We will not be silenced. Our love is not a weakness. It is our greatest strength." The elder sneered. "Love cannot save you from the consequences of your actions. You stand against the pack's will." As the shadows advanced, a primal growl echoed through the clearing. Caius stepped forward, the alpha within him surging to the surface. "If you wish to challenge me, then come forth. I will not back down." The figures hesitated, the light from the Heartstone illuminating their expressions of doubt. "You are a fool, Caius," the elder growled, but uncertainty flickered in his eyes. Alara clenched her fists, drawing strength from the bond they shared. "Together, we are unstoppable. We will protect what is ours." Just as the tension reached a breaking point, Lucan stepped forward, standing at Caius' side. "I will not stand by and watch you tear apart our alpha. Our pack is built on love and loyalty, not fear and hatred." The shadows recoiled, and for a moment, the flicker of hope ignited. Caius felt the surge of unity radiating between them, a powerful force that pulsed with the Heartstone's magic. "This is our pack," he declared, "and we will fight for it." "Enough," the elder bellowed, but the determination in the air was palpable. "We will see how your love holds against the trials of loyalty and sacrifice." The shadows erupted, forming a tempest of chaos, and in that moment, Caius felt the truth of their connection. Love was not just a bond, it was a force that could reshape. As the darkness enveloped the Heartstone, Caius felt its energy throbbing through him, echoing the tumult within his heart. The shadows twisted and writhed, forming ominous figures that threatened to shatter the fragile peace between love and obligation. Caius stood firm, Alara by his side, their fingers interlocked like a lifeline against the storm. "We can do this," Caius whispered to Alara, feeling her pulse quicken beneath his touch. "Our love is stronger than any darkness." A flicker of uncertainty passed through her emerald eyes. "But what if the pack doesn't understand? What if they see us as a threat?" "Then we'll show them that love is our greatest strength," he replied fiercely, his heart racing with a mix of fear and hope. "We will face whatever comes together." The elder's voice, laced with contempt, sliced through the air. "You think love alone can save you? You will face the trials of loyalty and sacrifice, and if you fail, you will not only lose your bond but be cast from this pack forever." As the shadows writhed in response, Caius felt the tension in the air thicken. "What do you mean by loyalty and sacrifice?" he demanded, his voice steady despite the chaos swirling around them. "The first trial will test your loyalty to the Blackthorn pack," the elder declared, eyes blazing with malice. "You will be given a choice: betray Alara and regain your status as alpha, or stand by her side and risk everything." "Never," Caius spat, his defiance igniting the shadows momentarily. "I will never betray my mate for a title. The pack is built on love, not fear." The elder's expression twisted into a grimace. "We shall see if your love is enough." With that, the shadows lunged forward, plunging Caius and Alara into a realm of uncertainty and despair. The air shimmered as they were enveloped in darkness, and suddenly they found themselves standing in a clearing that felt both familiar and foreign. The very ground trembled beneath them, and an echoing howl sliced through the silence, reverberating with an intensity that shook their souls. "What is this place?" Alara asked, her voice a whisper, laced with trepidation. "The heart of our pack's territory," Caius replied, scanning the dark silhouettes that loomed in the distance. "We must find a way to navigate this trial." As they moved forward, shadows began to take shape around them. Pack members who had once stood by Chaos' side, their faces twisted in anger and betrayal. Chaos, one growled, his voice dripping with disdain. You've chosen an outsider over your own kind. You've dishonored us. Chaos felt his heart clench. I haven't betrayed you, Alara is my mate. Our bond is unbreakable. But the shadows surged, their forms shifting into memories of moments long past. Chaos watched helplessly as images played out before him, the camaraderie of his pack, the unwavering loyalty of his friends, and the crushing loneliness that threatened to swallow him whole. Choose, Chaos, a shadow demanded, its voice echoing with a dark resonance. Choose your pack or choose her. Enough, Alara shouted, stepping forward, her face illuminated by the pale light. You have no power over us, our love defies all boundaries. With each declaration, the shadows recoiled, flickering as though struggling to maintain their shape. Chaos grasped her hand tighter, anchoring himself to the strength of their bond. Together, he said, his voice steadying them both, we can show them that love conquers all. But then, the shadows shifted again, rising to form a colossal figure. Lucan, his face shadowed and distorted, stood before them. Chaos, he bellowed, his voice echoing like thunder. You are a fool to stand by her. You can reclaim your place. We can fight this together. Lucan, Chaos breathed, pain slicing through him. I want to choose fear over love. This is who I am now. Yuri throwing everything away. Lucan shouted, desperation pouring from him like a torrent. You will bring death upon us all. Chaos' heart ached at the betrayal in his friend's voice. You think I am the one risking everything? Alara deserves this love just as much as anyone in our pack. Then let her prove it, Lucan replied, a glimmer of hope flickering behind his fury. Let her sacrifice something precious to show the pack her loyalty. Alara stepped forward, her voice steady. What do you want me to sacrifice? My identity, my love for Chaos. I will not give in to your fears. Suddenly, the world around them shadowed like glass, and they were thrust into another realm, this one dark and oppressive. Chaos felt the weight of despair settle over him as shadows began to close in, threatening to suffocate their bond. Is this what your love brings? Despair? The shadows taunted, their voices an unsettling chorus. Chaos clenched his jaw, fury igniting within him. Our love is not despair, it is a light that cannot be extinguished by your darkness. As he spoke, Alara's eyes shone with determination. We choose love, not fear. We will stand against the odds. Then faced the final trial of sacrifice. The shadows roared, morphing into the forms of those Chaos had lost. Each face held a piece of his past, whispering doubts and fears tugging at his heart. Chaos, you will never be worthy. The one shadow hissed, a cruel smile on its face. You are too weak to lead without sacrificing her. No, he shouted, rage surging within him. I will not surrender, my love. I will fight until my last breath. Alara stepped closer, her resolve unyielding. If they want a sacrifice, let it be of my own choice. I will not let them dictate my worth. Don't say that. Chaos protested, his heart racing with fear. I can let you it. I choose to fight for us, Chaos, Alara said firmly, her voice unwavering. I would rather stand by your side in this battle than remain silent and suffer. In that moment, Chaos understood. Love was not merely a bond, it was a force that demanded sacrifices but also gave strength. Then let us show them the power of our love, he declared, pulling her close. Together we can overcome this darkness. As they joined hands, the light from the hearthstone surged, illuminating the shadows that threatened to consume them. The figures recoiled, their anger morphing into uncertainty. This cannot be, one elder cried, his voice thick with disbelief. Chaos' heart thundered in his chest. No one can dictate our love. We are bound by something greater than tradition, a destiny woven by the moon itself. The shadows writhed and twisted, their forms flickering as they struggled against the light. You think you can escape your fate? You think love will shield you from sacrifice? Love is our shield, Alara replied, her voice steady and fierce. And we will not back down. With a final surge of power, the hearthstone pulsed, casting a radiant glow that enveloped them, pushing back the darkness. The shadows began to dissipate, their forms unraveling like smoke in the wind. We will not be torn apart, Chaos shouted, determination igniting within him. We will stand united as one. As the last remnants of the shadows faded, Chaos and Alara found themselves back at the hearthstone, breathless and alive. The elders stood before them, their expressions a mixture of astonishment and disbelief. You have faced the trials and emerged unbroken, one elder finally spoke, his voice low and resonant. But the true test lies ahead. You must prove that your love can withstand the weight of sacrifice. What do you require? Chaos demanded, his heart pounding with resolve. You must be willing to sacrifice your titles, your status, and your place within this pack. Only then will you truly understand the depths of your love, and only then can you be accepted. Alara's face paled, uncertainty flickering in her eyes. Case, what if we lose everything? Case cupped her face gently, his heart steadying or trembling. Our love is worth every sacrifice. I would rather have you by my side without a title than rule alone. Tears glimmered in her eyes, and she nodded slowly, determination etching itself onto her heart. Together then. Together, he echoed, their bond reaffirmed in that moment. As they stepped forward hand in hand, Case felt the weight of his choice. We choose love over fear. We will not be dictated by tradition. The elders exchanged glances, their expressions softening as the magic of a heartstone pulsed around them. Very well, one elder said, his voice resonating with a sense of finality. You will be cast out, but you will not be alone. Your love will guide you. As the weight of the decision settled, Case felt the world around them change. The back he had known for so long began to fade, but in its place, a new path emerged.